Welcome back, Clovers, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can stay completely updated. So, if y'all didn't know, we are literally like 27 people away from being at 30K. That makes me excited, and thank you guys for supporting me and getting me to 30,000. Like, that is a huge accomplishment. I've only been doing YouTube for like 18 months, so to be at 30,000 subscribers in 18 months is kind of surreal for me. I do really appreciate it, and we can only go up from here. That's it, baby. We can only go up from here. But today is a little different, so let's get right to it. Today I'm going to do a book review. I saw a lot of people commenting on the video and the picture I posted with this book as the cover. If y'all don't know by now, I read nonstop, so I think I'm going to introduce that segment to my channel. Me and my content creator manager, he got a real long title job, but me and Jay the camera guy, go follow him on Instagram, are coming up with a plan to do more weekly videos and do it based by day. So one thing I was definitely gearing towards is this book review. I read so much, and people always ask me like, what books are you reading? Why are you reading them? What have you learned? So I'm going to introduce that segment to my channel so they can just click on the video and go through and add this to their book cart. Before you buy anything for Black Friday or Christmas, make sure you buy yourself at least 10 books so you can have enough for the new year. That's another thing. Happy November, happy Tuesday, new month, new goals, new year is about to come up. We got 2 months left in this year, so make every day has to count at this point. I know we all got some New Year's resolutions from earlier back in January that we have not touched yet. Go grab that list and stick to it. It's going to make you feel a lot better. Even if it's something small that you needed to get done, just do it, because you don't want to bring that baggage over into next year, and then you might neglect it again, and then it's just going to keep getting neglected. And do we see the pattern there? So like, just knock it off. You got this. We got 2 months left, so to the book review we go. All right, so the first book review that will be held on Nina Lachey's channel is called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Y'all, this is a quickie but a goodie, like a good quickie. Never mind. This is a quick read for sure. It's only 140 pages. It shouldn't really take you more than about 2 or 3 nights to get through it. I typically read before bed, or if I've been looking at my laptop screen for a long time. By the way, all of my work from home professionals, make sure you get like some blue light glasses, or after you're done working on your laptop and your phone, make sure you just take a break on the eyes and read something. But anyway, moving forward. So, okay, 4 agreements. The first question is, why did I read this book, and like, what made me just go buy this from Target? By the way, if you go to Target right now, there's still 20% off. So this book is originally $12, I do believe, but with the 20% off, the total came out to be about 10 something after taxes. So definitely a good read to go grab on a bargain. And I read this book because I'm personally in a phase of life where I'm trying to grow more as a person. I'm coming face to face with my faults, and I am trying to grow from them and learn from them. And not only just my faults, but I am now taking that role of my power back and getting into my own groove of life. The way I want to live it, not the way that was portrayed on me, not the way that I thought I was going to live my life and that didn't end up happening. The way that I am truly okay with living my life with ups and downs. I just don't want to live a life of not being present anymore. I'm trying to learn to be more present in life instead of always thinking about the future. Fun quote: yesterday is the past, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So I'm trying to live more in the present as a person, and just learning to take more accountability, being very impactful with the way I speak, and just being clear and honest with everything. And then I'm also an empath, so sometimes I let myself build all the way up until I explode, and I'm tired of exploding. You're a person like me where you'll let things just build and build and build and build, and then just this is something that you definitely need to read. It'll help you not only be honest with the world, but be honest with yourself. So if it's something that you're genuinely not okay with, this book will help you work through those processes so that you are not neglecting yourself or putting anyone before you, and you're also still leaving an impression on everyone that you meet, a good impression at that. So this book is also on the top 100 books every entrepreneur and aspiring entrepreneur should read. With these type of books, it is more for your personal growth, but trust me, your personal growth is hand in hand with your professional growth. The more you grow as a person, and the more that you just learn yourself and discover your true authentic self, the way much better you could be in business. I feel like we're in a time in life right now. I've never seen the world like this, and not bad stuff. I mean, this is the easiest time to become a millionaire, but you have to buckle down. You have to do the work, and it's more than just say that you want it to happen. You have to put that foot forward and make those changes, and a lot of those changes start from within. And this book really helped me gain a grasp on how to be present and still grow as an individual. The purpose of this book is to identify your self-limiting beliefs that create nothing but suffering. And with that being said,
on my phone right now, and I'm not sure what to do about it.
Back to our scheduled programming. Just was interrupted by a rude spider. But anyway, so the purpose of Dom Ruiz writing this book was to help you identify your self-limiting beliefs that cause needless suffering. So a lot of us are like, as a people right now, a lot of people are struggling with their mental health. And that's simply because they are struggling with these self-limiting beliefs that they have created since they were a child. And not even all of those beliefs that are in your head are even true. So that's why this book was created by a mastermind to help you be more present in your current life. And it helps you identify the projections that people put onto you that have caused you to feel basically bad about yourself, that have caused you to feel down about yourself, and the things that you can implement to set those boundaries for everybody in your life, to even like to basically eliminate the need for them to even say anything negative to you. And if they do, you're going to process it much differently after you read this book. Instead of taking it to heart, you're literally going to be like, ooh, baby, you having a bad day. I'm sorry you don't love yourself, but I'm good over here. So you stay over there. Okay, sweetie, go get some help. Go read this book. You know what I'm saying? But that is what this book has been helping me do. Like, I've literally been setting boundaries nonstop. As soon as I read this book, I was like, oh, whoa, I've been doing this all wrong. So let's get into it. So this book is based off of the ancient Toltec. I hope I'm saying that correct. If I'm not, somebody please correct me. It's based off the ancient Toltec. I think it's pronounced Toltec wisdom. And with that, that's the wisdom of being present and learning how to be comfortable in oneself, and going to help you get to that point of equilibrium of 100. And it doesn't matter what the outside world has going on, it won't really affect you because you know the boundaries that you set forward. On this book, I love this book. Like I said, within 1 month, I've read this book twice. I love this book. So it has genuinely helped me be more present in my life, and every decision that I need to make, I always go back to these 4 agreements to make sure that I'm making the best decision for me. Not really the best decision for who else will be benefiting from it or what else will be a benefit, but if it morally and just emotionally makes sense to me, then that is the decision that I'm going to go with. So for starters, there are 4 agreements, hence the title, that every person should live by. The first one is be impeccable with your word. That essentially just means be honest and clear with everything you say and that comes out of your mouth. And not just within you having a conversation with someone, but the conversations that you have within yourself as well. Be honest and be clear with yourself. Set attainable goals and try your hardest never to speak negative things into your life. I said it once and I'll say it again. The voice inside of your head does not know that it's not having a real conversation. I know that sounds like a little cuckoo, but like, the voice inside of your head does not know that it is not having a real conversation with someone. So when you speak to yourself, it basically is thinking that you're speaking. If you were a person outside of here, you're speaking to yourself. So if you're like, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm stupid, oh, I'm never going to be successful, that's exactly what you're going to produce in your 5D reality. So the goal is to just speak positive things within yourself. That's why this book encourages affirmations. It definitely encourages being honest. I feel like a lot of problems in life could be solved if people were just more honest. Basically saying the more honest you are, the more impeccable with your word you can be, meaning you won't say something and basically hood transaction, whatever you say, make sure you can back it up. And that's all it is. Make sure that it's honest and that you can back it up within people and within yourself. Just be a good person all around and try to speak as clear as possible to avoid any issues. One main problem that this book talks about is that people have too much drama in their life, and a lot of drama is created genuinely based off dishonesty. So if you're honest all the time, it's really hard to get put in drama. So that is agreement. Agreement number 2 is something that we all know, but we all need to practice even more. Number 2 is don't take anything personally. And I know that's hard, and especially for somebody who feels almost everything, it's really hard not to take things personally. But within this book, the 4 agreements, it teaches you that people project what they feel about themselves onto you. So if someone's saying, oh, you can't do that, you ain't gonna never be successful. You know how many times I got told that? I was told that by people that I love with everything in my heart, you know, and I never believed it. I didn't know that that was an actual agreement that I had made with myself. So this book was a combination of things like common sense things, but putting that scientific basis behind it, which really helps you want to live your life like that even more, because there's proof that if you do these things, that it will help you be more successful. So with me, anything that someone used to project on me, I used to take it personally. Like, I would probably go cry about it or be like, dang, why do they feel that way? Or what, I'm trying everything I can. I'm doing everything I can to please people. Why isn't it working? Well, because I'm trying to please them and they're not even pleased with themselves. So the thing with not taking things personally is people feel that way about them, so they're going to project that onto you. It's nothing that you did. A lot of people, since they haven't seen it or they haven't did it, it's not a reality. And so for them, it's just like, oh, she living in La La Land or he living in La La Land. That'll never happen. But it didn't happen for them. That has nothing to do with you. And if you allow them to project that onto you, then that's going to become your reality. So the best thing to do is just don't take anything personally. Whether it's good praise or bad praise, you need to just be base level and comfortable within yourself. So if someone says, oh wow, you did an amazing job, that is great, I'm proud of you, you can say thank you, of course, and you're going to be very grateful, but don't base everything you do off that good praise, because what if somebody comes around and they said that sucked? So now you feel terrible about yourself. So either way it goes, you just need to be happy with the result that you put out. Don't take anything personally. Just become whole within yourself and stop relying on the gratification of others. It's just in life for all of us right now, because we live in like this social media world where everything, as soon as you post something, you want to have this X many likes and X many views, and that is what's going to make you feel better about yourself based off of what other people feel about it. When really you should feel great about everything you put out, and whether or not someone else likes it or not, you should be happy with it. And I know that's hard for a lot of us, and hence on, even in this book where it said don't take things personally, it brought up the example of how a lot of people in the world right now are trying to conform to look like one thing, especially women. A lot of women are conforming to look like one type of person or one figure of woman, and that is just because they are letting the outside world project onto them, okay, well, if you don't look like this, you're not going to be accepted. If you don't dress like this, you're not going to be accepted. If you don't act like this, you're not going to be accepted. If you don't post half naked pictures, you're not going to be accepted. When really that's not reality. Now, if that's what you want to do, that's great, go for it. More power. I'm a liberated woman. I preach to all liberated people. Do what makes you happy, but you shouldn't do it solely because that's everything that you see. Just make sure that you stick with your morals as well. Is don't make assumptions. So by not making assumptions, you are forcing people to communicate with you clearly, and you're forcing yourself to communicate clearly. When you don't make an assumption, there basically is no unanswered questions. You can't be afraid to ask questions, and if something bothered you, you can't assume that someone did something specifically to bother you. Some people have no idea that that would trigger you, so now you're walking around mad at the world and they don't even know what they did to you. So you can't assume anything in life. Always go with the clear-cut, honest facts, and if it's not a clear-cut, honest fact, then ask more questions, because 9 times out of 10 that you're missing information, because if you had all the information, you wouldn't have to make an assumption, you would be making a clear-cut choice. So just always ask questions and get the most clear-cut, honest information that you can get. With that has helped me tremendously, because I will think something and be like, no, I'm not going to ask. Maybe they'll bring it up or whatever the case may be, and it never gets answered, and now I'm just going to assume the answer. I've assumed things wrong plenty of times. Assuming things wrong lead to like some of the most devastating mistakes that I've made. But through that and reading this book, I literally will not be doing that anymore. I'm going to ask a million questions just so we can come up with one answer, and that it's transparent. All I want is transparency now, and this book is going to make you want to be just completely transparent with yourself and everybody in the outside. Agreement is always do your best. So that kind of ties back into don't take things personally. I feel like we only take things personally. Let's just say you put out a project and you think you did really, really good on it, and someone says that it was bad. You're not going to take that personally. But my question to you is, did you really put your best foot forth? If you really did your 100% honest to God best, it doesn't matter what they said, you know for a fact I did my best, or I tried my best, and although this didn't work, I still gave it everything I got. So you always just need to do your best for you, not for the outside world. You're doing your best because you want to see you grow. You're doing your best because you want to see you be successful. So if you're always doing your best in like every action, if everything that you do in life you give it 100%, you're going to see amazing results. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to come with downfalls, and it's definitely going to come with some mistakes and things that you have to fix along the way, but you learn from your mistakes, and you continue to be the best person that you can be, and thus giving out the best results that you could give. So it doesn't matter what someone says, you already know you did your best. I also feel like from reading this book, I've been processing like every decision a lot differently. I'm making sure that I'm using those 4 agreements. Like, okay, did I ask any questions that were unanswered? Was I completely honest during this whole conversation? Was I transparent? Did I make any assumptions about what was going on? I'm just a very clear-cut communicator now. I literally have been speaking to myself like it's nothing but positivity, and by me being so happy and positive with myself, I can genuinely see how I've been positive and just energized and like a ray of light in my outward life as well with other people, because I feel so confident and so happy within myself, because I know that I'm following these agreements as much as I possibly can. And don't get me wrong, every day is not going to be like I live my best 4 agreement life, but the more you practice at anything, the better you're going to get at it. So I feel like by me practicing, even for this short amount of time, it has completely changed my communication style. It has completely changed the way I view myself, the way I view people, and I also have really been sticking to not taking anything personally, whether it's good or bad, and that has genuinely changed the game for me. As y'all can see, I've been posting like all types of stuff. I'm doing a book review right now. This has nothing to do with my business, but like I am so confident and so happy. Why wouldn't I share this information with somebody? It literally changed my life. So I also feel like people's self-limiting beliefs, they genuinely don't have anything to do with me now. So even in my immediate circle, there's been times where people have really doubted things that I could do, or the things that I am capable of, just because they probably aren't capable of those things, or they've never pushed themselves to be capable of those things. So I just don't take it personally now. If somebody tells me I can't do something, I just be like, well, hey, I've been told that a lot. I'm gonna bet on me. Like, I'm gonna definitely put the bet on myself, and I don't need anybody else to put the money on me. I'm going all in on myself every day. And for others, what will you learn from this book? Hopefully it gives everybody the same thing it gave me, which is a lot. It gave me just that confidence and the facts to just be comfortable with being myself, and really living the life that I feel will be best for me morally, emotionally, financially. I'm not doing anything to please anybody. And I think once you liberate yourself of that feeling of wanting to please people, you're unstoppable. I circle and realizing like, hey, this is my life. I got to take it into my hands. And if this is what I want to do and this is the person I want to become, then I have to take steps to do that. And I don't know, it just helped me grow personally. It helped me grow professionally. I've definitely been more present in my business. It just helped me be more present and just thankful for where I am, and rather bring the people that started with me along the ride as well, so that they can also benefit from the growth that I've been having, because without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am now, and that's straight up facts. And lastly, it has definitely helped me reduce my stress. I really used to struggle with indecision. I can't say that word. Indecision. I would just put it down there so y'all can know what word I'm trying to say. But yeah, I used to struggle with that, and I don't anymore. Once I go through my whole little to-do list of making the best decision, once I come up with the best decision, that's it. There's no going back and forth. There is no maybe that will be the right answer. Like, no. I've definitely been going with my intuition and the knowledge that I have within myself a lot more after becoming more present by reading this book. And the last thing I'm going to let y'all, this is one of my favorite quotes from this book. It's on page 17. So literally when I said the whole book is full of knowledge, the entire book is full of knowledge. So you're going to have to read it at least twice, because from page 1, it's dropping straight knowledge on you. But on page 17, it says, our biggest fear, I'll start over. It says, death is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. Let that sink in. It says, death is not the biggest fear that we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. So a lot of people, we think that we're alive right now, but we're not. You're literally just going along with what other people projected onto you, and you accepted that as what your reality should be, when really you can do whatever you want. Like, you can literally go do whatever you want, and it will truly do the thing that truly makes you happy, instead of doing the thing that anyone tried to project on you. Worst thing ever is to not know who you are. Not knowing who you are can send you down in a downward spiral. So I just tell people, just be true to you. Just be true to you, love you, do the things that make you happy, and know that's going to come with mistakes. It's going to come with failures. And I don't even say that they're failures. A failure is nothing more than one way you know not to do it. So if you look at it that way, all right, well, this is one more way of not to do it. Let's find a way. You're going to end up finding the way to get it right. So you can't be scared of failure. It's inevitable. And if you don't fail, you're not learning. So I don't know. I've just become very comfortable with the processes of life after reading this book. And I totally recommend it. And once again, it is The 4 Agreements by Ruiz. It has definitely changed my life. And I will get y'all on another book review in about a week.